Well, hi guys. Oh dear, I'm down at Eastbourne. Bit of a different one today, it has to be admitted. Start with driving footage. I just had to get out the yard, to be fair. I just needed to get my paperwork done and get out the yard. I got held up on the way to work. This was fantastic. There's two ways I go to work. It's either the A120 M11 25 A1 or it's the 120 A10 414. And the motorway way, the M11 M25 that way, is a longer route. It's about 56 miles, whereas the 120 A10 414 is 47, around 47 miles. Sorry, I'm going to be distracted. There is a seagull down there and it's got a load of fishing net around both of its legs. It can still walk, but it's like if you can imagine boxers or a woman walking with her knickers on her ankles, that kind of thing. And obviously there's nothing I can do, it won't let me get anywhere near it, so it's just annoying. But yeah, it's all fishing net, it's all linked around his legs. Doesn't seem to be affecting him, he can still walk and run and hop about, whatever he's doing. Just every so often it trips him. But yeah, no, I've decided I want to save some mileage on my car, because I've been using the motorway since I've got the car, and it's 11,200 miles on it now. But I want to save some mileage. I want to extend the amount of time in between my service intervals, because obviously now my other half has taken a pay cut. I've got to try and save money. So I'll just turn that off. I want to see whether that will stop the squealing, because I've noticed recently the squealing's come back, which is really annoying. So anyway, I've been using the 120 way, and as you go down to 120 there's a little village just before the A10, and I cannot remember what it's called. It's completely just gone, see you later. But anyway, there's this village. I'm coming up to it, massive line of traffic. Now I know there's been roadworks, so I'm thinking, oh, it's roadworks, but we're just not moving. And we're not kind of moving in that kind of sync, if that makes sense. Because obviously if there's roadworks, so you got red light, you'd expect nothing on that side whilst we're moving. And then lots of stuff on that side when we're coming to a stop. And, you know, that kind of sync. Nothing. And then we start moving, but we're all kind of moving at the same time and everything like that. Anyway, I get down, a van's gone over and it's spread booze everywhere. There is beer and wine and whiskey and vodka and everything all over the place. Somebody's gone, because the way you go in when I'm going to the A10 is you kind of go down around a couple of bends and that way, and this thing's just gone over. It's just had enough. And yeah, that caused me to be a little late, so all I did was set my forward facing up, which is easy enough, bang, straight out the windshield. And that was it. I just got that going, and I thought I'd wait till I get here. But yeah, that was an interesting drive to work. I have had an upsy-daisy today. I've resisted it every time I have been here, but yeah, I may have gone to McDonald's. Whoopsie. I've resisted it every time I've been here, because just around the corner is a McDonald's and a Pizza Hut, and I've been really good until today, and I just thought, you know what, sod it, I've got to have a big tasty with bacon. So I had that, munched on that one. There's I haven't been able to find any of those videos regaling you with the stories of my first day on the road. I've got a few more to go through yet, because I don't really have that much time when I'm at home, so I'll just go check absolutely everything, and most likely tomorrow, because I am in at 10:15, most likely tomorrow I shall say something about that. I've just been reading the news on good old Yahoo, and it's it's so funny because, as I said, you know, when Boris Johnson stepped down, I said that'd be it. The Conservatives would be in a news cycle, and then that'd be it. And to be fair, that's what realistically has been happening. And you've got obviously it's Theresa May and I've forgotten her name now, the other one. Oh, God. I'm forgetting everything today. I'm forgetting names left, right and centre. I'm just... See you later. Somebody. Begins with an L. Damn it. But yeah, I've been listening to that. So we're going to have a female Prime Minister again. In the not too distant future. But that's literally all you're hearing. You're just hearing about the voting and Gove's been voted out. I knew he would. I thought Liam Fox would stay in a bit longer than he did, but I didn't realise this other woman was running at the time. And so obviously she's taken up the votes. It's going to be... I have a feeling it's going to be Theresa May. She's got the mass support compared to everyone else. So I'm going to hazard a guess that our next Prime Minister will be Theresa May. Although my predictions have been wrong recently, so who knows. But Jeremy Corbyn is yet again back in the news. You see, the Corbyn and the Labour Party are not dropping out the news. They are not ending the news cycle. They're not going on to the next thing. It's just who else can find dirt on Corbyn. And money received by Jeremy Corbyn from Iran demands explanation. And it starts with the old, you can respect Jeremy Corbyn for this, and respect him for that, and respect him for the other bits, and all the whistles and bells. But as it goes on and on and on and on and on, as a matter of tactics, Labour needs a leader who can press the party's advantages without being distracted by its baggage. Yet Labour is going into this fight led by someone who took money from a company linked to torture in Iran. And Corbyn has not explained why he did that yet. And you're just sitting there and you're thinking, you know, Cameron stood down, that was it, triggered an election for the next leader of the Conservative Party. Boris stood down, done. Really, there is no real hay to be made there. It's just a standard. Cameron was on the side that lost. He's obviously going to stand down. Fine. Boris Johnson, he's always been a divisive figure within the Conservative Party, so obviously somebody was going to block him. Most people didn't see it being Michael Gove, but he stood down because it was an untenable position. His right-hand man had turned around and gone, I'm going to stand against you, so that's the end of that. And realistically, that's it. It's a quick news cycle, done. Labour, meanwhile, it just seems every day there's this new story about somebody's leaving, or Corbyn's accepted money from a terrorist, or somebody's done this, or somebody's done that. And you're just sitting there and you're thinking, are they really not figuring this one out yet? You know, it's like, get yourself out of the news cycle, for the love of God. But, oh, we don't have any faith in him, but we're not going to stand against him. Oh, we're all going to quit, but we're not going to stand against him. Oh, he's taken money from Iran, but we're not going to stand against him. Oh, he's done this. Oh, he's done that. And you sit there and you're thinking, you're just undermining yourself. For example, there is no actual leader of the Conservative Party at the moment. None. And whoever does take over leadership of the Conservative Party has not been voted for by the majority of the people. It's going to be voted for by members of the Conservative Party. So theoretically, if there were to be a general election called, it's an open goal. But I don't know many people who are going to vote for a party where 80% of the MPs have resigned. Or have at least, you know, gone, we don't support our leader. They're just not getting out of that news cycle. It's making me giggle. It's making me laugh. But, oh well. Such is British politics and the fun of British politics. I can see the Liberal Democrats coming back with a vengeance. Because UKIP are basically, well, they're done now. UK Independence Party, well, we're Brexiting. You know, what's your point? So you're going to get a lot of voters come away from that who are not going to vote for the Conservatives, even though they don't realise that UKIP is Conservative concentrated. But they won't vote for the Conservatives. So they're going to go to the other side, but they might be a bit, well, you know, with everything that's been said about Corbyn, you know, he's a extreme socialist, he could be a communist, he's woo, 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 and all this kind of stuff. They're probably not going to vote for him. So now all of a sudden there's going to be tactical voting and Liberal Democrats will come back. You're sitting there and you're thinking, really? Really? The issue with tactical voting, and I've always had an issue with tactical voting, is very simple. Tactical voting leads to an outcome you don't want. Think about Brexit. Supposedly, everybody didn't want to leave the EU, but they tactically voted. And now we're leaving the EU. And they're all sitting there like, oh, we didn't want to. Well, why did you vote for it then? Oh, well, it was tactical. The SPAS 12 gauge is a tactical shotgun. Turn it against yourself, pull the trigger. Not that tactical anymore. You're just like, yeah. I hate tactical voting. I detest it. Because you're supposed to vote for a manifesto you believe in. End of story. To be fair, it doesn't matter who's leading the party. It matters to a degree in where they're going to steer the party. Are they going to steer it further away from centre or closer to centre? Where would you prefer to be in a world that's going into globalisation, where everybody's trying to come together, where everybody's trying to meet in the middle, so to speak? Do you really want to have a party that's steering away from that, left or right? So I can understand a bit of voting in that respect, but you've got to look at the manifesto and go, right, this is a manifesto, this is what I believe in, that's what I'm voting for. Not, well, I believe in the manifesto, but I don't believe in the leader. Even though the leader can only really implement the manifesto. So I'm going to tactically vote. I'm going to take my left-leaning Labour vote and I am going to give it to UKIP. And then UKIP finished second to the Conservatives virtually everywhere. Oh, how did that happen? I don't know. Maybe it's because you gave your vote to UKIP. Oh. Oh, well. Well, that's buggered it, isn't it? Yes. Oh. I didn't know that was going to happen because everybody was doing it. Well, we weren't going to give it to the Lib Dems. Why? Well, because of the coalition. Right. So you're not giving it to the Lib Dems because of the coalition? No. Because they went back on all their promises. The Lib Dems never thought they'd get elected. They were promising you the world. They were giving you a realistic protest vote. If you're left and you want to protest against Labour, you go Lib Dems. Simple. What did you do? You went UKIP. Conservative, concentrate. And UKIP finished second. That worked out well for you, didn't it? Oh yeah, but we can't. Why? In case they get back into power in a coalition? Yeah. But then they're going to be guiding some of the bits and bobs that come in, some of the policies that are made, and they're going to be guiding it more to the centre, a bit left-leaning. But we don't want them. It's just, it's bonkers. It really is. It's bonkers. I mean, I don't say who I vote for. It's completely immaterial who the hell I vote for. Especially in this context. And you sit there and you think, come on, seriously, just oust Jeremy Corbyn and get somebody in there that can actually be voted for. At least give yourselves half a bloody chance. You could create, in this day and age, with the way things are going, you could create a political entity who's got a headless chicken as its leader. They will receive more votes than Labour. If they have a manifesto that is socialist light, more centre stage than far left, doesn't matter who the leader is. Could be a headless chicken. It will receive more votes than Corbyn. Oh yeah, but he got 200,000 members voted for him. Right. Yeah. So, all of a sudden, the membership of the Labour Party shot through the roof. One of the things that was coming out was they were having to vet people to see how many people were of a right party, like a Conservative Party or something like that, who were deliberately, strategically, and this is how you strategically vote, strategically becoming a member of the Labour Party to vote for the person least electable to the mass audience. He got 250,000 members voted for him. How many were actually Labour supporters? Well, all of them. But even you yourselves said at the time you were trying to vet people to see who were and who weren't, and you were uncovering people who were going undercover and trying to vote for him. It's almost like they knew, isn't it? But anyway, I have rattled on for too long, as per normal. I shall end my day now. I've had a bit of footage, I'm doing a bit to camera. I'm starting at 10:15 tomorrow, so by the time I get back... Yeah, I've got some time left. By the time I get back, I'm going to have to just shut down, go home, edit this, go to bed, get up, come back again. Excuse me. So I shall see you tomorrow. Like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you do. To all my new subscribers and to all my existing subscribers, hi. Thanks for subscribing. Like I said, I will be getting round to retelling the stories of my first 3 days. Yes. From doing... from doing my first ever assessment in the company's uniform, because at the time I worked for the company, to leaving the landing legs down and getting stuck in the mud. So, yeah, I shall go back over those. But anyway, cheers for watching. Like I said, like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. And thanks. See you later.